So what is racially savvy leadership? It's an approach to working across racial difference and understanding how racial dynamics function in society, in organizations, and between individuals. We understand that everything is not about race, but in many instances, there are racial issues that come up. And so racially savvy leadership is a way for you to approach that in a way that is meaningful for the people that are most impacted by race-related issues.
I think one of the things that's been, that's certainly deepened the trust between us, which I think is a big part of this, is you can make mistakes and you don't have to worry about confidence in a relationship when there's trust.
If you're white like me, developing racial savvy, the ability to work across race effectively, is going to be core to the success of your career in the years to come. The world is changing and we get to grow with it.
It really is just relationship building. You know, it's like, how are we intentional about being in this together? And so what does that look like for you? What is the way that you feel that you can best show up to support?
Part of racial savvy for leaders is the work to build relationships across difference and to build and grow relationships within the communities that we're from. Part of it is removing bias and generating opportunities in the areas where we actually lead as well. I'm sorry I missed the language choice and the impact that had on you.
It's you being able as a leader to understand how to have empathy and also being able to relate to other people in certain moments when race is a factor in those relationships.
We're all living in a difficult time right now, and I think Black people especially, because we're reliving the trauma. These people that are being killed by police officers, they look like our brothers and our uncles and our fathers and our, our aunties and our nieces. And so when we see that and then we're having to talk about it, it is actually like replaying the trauma after trauma.
Many white Americans don't have, the data is pretty clear, don't have day-to-day contact, certainly their personal and family network with people of color. Which means that in many cases, for those of us who identify as white, the opportunities are at work with colleagues as well as with customers. And to me, that's like the ultimate business case. It's like, and the career opportunity is, here's the context in which you get to develop racial savvy. And you get to do it in a way that people find useful and respectful. And that's what accountability is, right? It's like when I'm answerable to you for the way that I behave, because the way I behave you find useful.
Sometimes we need to focus on what we should stop doing. Here's what we should stop doing, especially those of us who identify as white. We need to stop being silent. We need to stop being on our heels. We need to step up and say, I'm going to learn how to factor race into the way that I live and learn in this world. And certainly for those of us in leadership jobs, that's what racial savvy is about, is learning how to take race into account in a way that's useful in our business and in our lives.